listening to the Block Street Bros podcast.
Hello. This is the voice of a crypto god. I know what you're thinking. Why is Morgan Freeman on Block Street Bros podcast? Well, I got some news for you. I am not actually Morgan Freeman. I am Crypto God from Cryptocurrency Mastermind, but I sound just like Morgan Freeman. Let's get the legal mumbo-jumbo out of the way. The information presented in Block Street Bros podcast is provided solely for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes. It is not intended to be, and does not constitute legal financial investment trading or any other kind of advice. I encourage you to do your own research on all topics mentioned. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for your time. Morgan Freeman signing out. Now, let's do this.
Welcome to 2020.
Welcome to 2020. Isn't that weird to say?
Dude,
I don't know.
It's odd.
Like, it's funny because throughout my entire life, I could always picture like 2010s, but like I feel like once you get into like the 2020s, like it feels like a different like reality. It feels like, oh, like I'm actually living in the 2020s now. Like I thought I was supposed to be dead by this point or something. I don't know. Yeah.
No,
You're
too young.
Why?
Too much.
Why to 2020K?
2020K.
So, do you guys have any New Year's resolutions or ambitions?
No.
Hopefully, I don't make any more mistakes. I'm gonna learn from my past trades that are been.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's
What about any personal ones now?
personal. Buy 2 houses, close them.
Oh, that's sick.
So in California, the house prices are like skyrocket here, and so this
doubt it.
past 2-3 years since I've been on the market, like fixing my credit, kind of showing more income,
Yeah.
paying up my dues to the Uncle Sam. So now I'm like at the edge where I'm like, dude, this is the last year. I really want to just close everything, buy whatever properties I want to buy, and just stop claiming too much income. And then just
Right.
because, dude, it's getting overwhelming. How much amount of checks you have to write out later at the end of the year, and then
Right.
it looks good, but I mean, who you're showing it to? I mean, you're not trying to flex anything in the but credit. Credit lines are
Flex
great.
to the Fed.
Flex, yeah, guys.
Yeah, what's good?
And it's simple as that. I mean, your credit line looks great. You probably walk out with a car and be like, "Yeah, I owe you guys money now." But this year I really want to just take advantage of that little opportunities of closing all these properties and just finding the right properties to begin with, and then just close those and tell them I'm losing money now. That's it. No more.
Wow. They're probably watching this live stream. Interesting.
Yeah, you're losing now. Yeah. Businesses are on the rise, but a lot of people I've been noticing, like I've been kind of brainstorming like few of the business ideas again.
Okay.
A lot of the businesses are on sale. They are getting out of the market. There's just reasoning behind it because they kind of grew up with this rising, whatever you want to call it. It's just like growing into this trend. Everything's changing now, and so nobody wants to be there for the bear. I mean, there's always a downside in the trend of making money, and there's kind of like on the relaxing, trying to figure out what's the new trend. A vegan restaurant, trying to eat healthy type of restaurant, a lot more popular in California, I would say. A lot more organic. Every wording you see on a packaging, everything says organic on it now.
Vegan, organic.
Yeah, and so a lot of places. I mean, yeah, there's a gems like you want to hit up, have that burger and that you can only have like once a month, I guess now. Kind of like the introduction we have on our social media, like eating this and this could cause this, and then that. So a lot of people are backing up and seeing what they want to eat now. So a lot of people are on the edge of just selling and get the heck out of there, and they don't know.
What kind of businesses are selling now?
A lot of restaurants are kind of in and out now. Storefronts are definitely gone. So a lot of people are not looking for that storefront where you can walk in and sit down. So you're basically now it's really coming down to how you can cut your cost of employees. Just based on that, employees you have to hire.
Automation, you know.
Yeah,
robots.
Yeah, if you have a sit down place, you better be making people come in and sit down there. Otherwise,
really, so it's like that in California. Like that's how
California is really getting rapidly changed. Every year,
where I'm from, it's still very, very traditional. Like everything here is still like. So like,
are you waiting for that beach to come near you? California is gonna break off the shore.
New Mexico.
New Mexico is gonna be a beach.
Property values will skyrocket here in New Mexico. Oh man, that's like terrible because it's like like so much like bad things would happen before it got.
Looks like we have a visitor.
Oh yeah, let me add him.
Zen Y.
Hey,
welcome to California Topic.
What's going on, guys?
What's up, man?
How's it going?
You just caught us in our middle of our discussion regarding.
Yeah, I just got off class.
California. Oh, awesome. Wait, do you go to college?
Yeah, I go to USF in Tampa.
Oh, it's sick. Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. What do you study?
Database stuff. So very, very little.
Sounds
coding
very
yet.
complicated. I don't.
It's quite useless, to be honest.
Really, I kind of figured it'd be like in the kind of like almost I don't say STEM field, but like in like maybe programming but guess not. Anyways, yeah, welcome to the chat. So
hey, thanks.
We were just kind of talking
it's
about.
Just 4 of us.
For now, yeah. I mean, it really wasn't going to be anything like too crazy or anything. So, at least I didn't expect it to be.
Yeah, we can add up to 6 guests on here.
Yeah.
If it gets overwhelming, and we'll just rotate people out.
I mean, if it gets too busy, I guess we can kick out Ryan. No, I was like, what? All right, let's talk about some altcoins. I mean, because obviously we've had such a huge rally these past couple of days. What are you guys' thoughts? Let's start with Bitcoin. All right, what's your thoughts on Bitcoin? Let's start with you, Ryan. I know you probably had like the most like to say out of all of us.
I'd say we're reaching for that 90-100 area. I think we're going to go up and touch the 200 SMA on the daily. I think that's the next target.
Just say it, man. Just say we're on a bull run.
That's it. Bull run.
That's it. We're on a bull run. That's it. We're yeah, that's actually a pretty good analysis. All that right now, we're kind of starting to see a little bit of rejection. Nothing too crazy though. I think that because I mean, obviously, we just barely broke off its previous highs, right, which was around like 8,500-ish range, and we're kind of comfortably sitting right on top of that. So, I do think that it's possible that we could see one more leg up. I think a lot of people right now are suspecting that we will like drop right away, like into some like to retest like 8,000, like 7,000 range. But I don't think it's going to be the case. I think we're going to probably see a little bit of some higher highs, maybe up into like 9,000. Is that where the moving average is at right now?
Yeah, about 9,100 to 200.
Yeah, so I think that it's possible that we could end up retesting like that high, and then like maybe attempting a breakout. And so I'm thinking that alts could definitely probably like ramp up. Have you guys noticed like how like rampant like alts are right now?
Yeah. So she's
like
10-20%.
You guys remember last year when like the market exploded, alts weren't doing the same as Bitcoin. Like they were nowhere, like they weren't performing the same. When Bitcoin had gone up over 350% last, alts had only done like the average alt at least, had only done like 250%. They were lagging quite a bit. But this time around, when Bitcoin propped like 15%, they did like 30 to like something like 80%, right? Like Dash did crazy numbers.
Dash did 200% over the last 2 weeks, right? So
From the bottom, from like its ultimate bottom, I don't think it was too. I could be totally wrong. Actually, it could be.
yeah,
I mean, I guess like from its bottom, right? Like,
yeah,
oh yeah, it did.
yep.
It actually did like almost 300%.
It's kind of like repeating what like
Holy shit, it's up 35%. Like just now.
now, right?
Oh,
Even
damn.
BNB was
Oh my god.
breaking off.
No, I'm in BNB, bro.
I know, that's what I'm
It's
saying. Like right when you entered, so those of you guys
It's because I market bot, you know. just took off. No, but yeah, no, that's why I'm like, man, I'm in the wrong. Oh, I should have just gone. I should have just gone into Dash.
dude.
That's insane. Like this is what, like an hour since like our last close.
Yeah.
I wonder like why. There's like no technicals. It's literally just, it looks like a pump and dump.
Dash, I
don't.
Okay, first of all, what does Dash do? Fuck.
Dash is. I mean, I know it's been around for a while. It's
Right,
been around since
yeah,
like.
of course. Like we talked about that trustworthy coins going forward since this ICO craze is gone, and then a lot of these projects, like we were talking about, like they did not make it, and people still have hope of them making it. So now the projects are running out of money. They're just completely done. Is done deal.
Right.
And a lot of people are not going to be buying the same exact coins, and then it's worth sticking with the top 10, except that Satoshi world, whatever.
Is Dash even like a project where people are developing it?
I don't.
Let me see.
Okay, hold
Yeah,
on.
it's like another way of like transmitting. It's like a cheap way of like paying for stuff. I think in like Argentina or Venezuela, that we're actually starting to utilize that a lot more than like Bitcoin.
Really?
Because the fees were super cheap.
Oh my god, dude! I'm actually kind of like salty. Like I missed this entire run up, dude. Like 200%.
Just like a Litecoin. I mean, so I mean,
right.
Talking about Bitcoin, I truly feel like a lot of people are going to be looking at, because especially the halving is coming up, and there's a huge event. Obviously, it's not going to take off right away, but what happens right after that is really going to predict the price of why people are looking at cryptocurrency again. And then Bitcoin will definitely be the one leading the way. I mean,
it always is. Like it has been for like the past like
course.
10 years, you know.
And then, but I think this is like towards the end of the stretch where the trend has changed already, and year prior to the halving, and so now we're getting closer. The bull run is pretty much here. So
I think like as we begin to see more, I guess I want to say mainstream, because obviously we're still very much like in a, you know, low area of like concentration, like it's still a niche. Like crypto is still a niche. People still consider that a niche. It isn't like the stock market. It isn't such, you know, nobody's investing it on a wide scale. Like, oh, you invest in crypto. Like they don't talk about it like the way they talk about, you know, mutual funds, or, you know.
exactly.
So to me, but I will say though, on a small degree, I do believe that we are starting to become a little bit more mainstream. And so what that's allowing us to do is for these other projects, maybe not the new ones that came out in the last bull run, right? Like the, you know, like the wand chains or whatever, but like the Dashes, the Litecoins, I do believe that those are starting to have more of a mainstay within the markets. And so people are starting to realize their potentials behind their technology. And so we're starting to see bigger growth behind those projects, even more so than Bitcoin. I mean, we already saw how Litecoin, I'd argue, was the only altcoin, aside from of course, like 2-3 others, that really outperformed Bitcoin the last bull run. And so I do think that coins like Dash, you know, since again has been around for a couple of years, same with like Litecoin, they're starting to have this mainstay and familiarity with like the common people that are involved in crypto. So that's why I was very interested from behind Dash, since like the first time it pumped because of the numbers and stuff. It all made sense to me. So in some ways, even though you're saying that Bitcoin is going to be a leader, I think that it won't be as much as it was before. I think that it's going to we're going to start seeing a little bit of a bigger shift towards those other majors like Litecoin and Dash, and
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know.
Because
I guess that's just more of a
beforehand,
predicament. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Reiner? What do you guys think?
I don't know. I kind of think a little differently. I think Bitcoin's always going to lead most of the run-ups. And then like alts will always follow that. Money will always like flow into alts after that.
I mean, I guess it all comes down towards like how high do you think Bitcoin will go? Personally, like just based on what I've seen with the data, with the log scale, I think that Bitcoin will ultimately end up topping out near that $100,000 range. Like, I don't think it's like it can deviate. Like, I mean, we saw how much it deviated in the last bull run, right? Like, I was expecting it to pull. Like, if you see my video from like November, December, I was talking about how like when Bitcoin was like at 10,000, I was expecting to pull back to 6,000, but yet we saw it deviate like twice that amount, went to like 20,000, right? I didn't expect that. So, I mean, for me, it's like when you look at the log scale, it states that it's going to, more or less top out around that 100,000 range. Of course, it can always deviate further up. It can go up to maybe 150,000, 170, maybe 200,000. But ultimately, I don't believe that it's going to get far past that. So I think that as people are going to start realizing that, we're going to see a little bit of bigger shift towards those altcoins because they're going to want more money, of course. So that's why I have those thoughts on that. Look, you want to say something, Kamal?
Well, I just, of course, bigger money. I mean, obviously,
nice microphone, by the way.
This one.
Yeah,
it's the Rode T something. I guess T1 thing. Yep.
And what were you saying?
That's where the money goes. No, I'm just kidding.
I think we're going to see a lot more like retail FOMO because there's so many more easy on ramps.
That is true.
My aunt's gonna pump in money. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're telling me she's gonna drop a couple of $1 billion?
I mean, honestly, like if you are planning on investing, which will happen a lot more. I mean, taking the tax return in the season now, so a lot of people are going to be getting a lot of money back, unless it's me. I'm sending money in, but people will be putting that money somewhere where they want to invest, and then cryptocurrency has always been on their mind. And now we are at that little event where halving will take place, and then the price action it should have an effect on like going into the year. And obviously, we might be touching. Obviously, within a year, we should be having an all-time high. That's just done on a historical base, like what we saw on the previous halving. This will be the third halving, which we'll find out by the end of the year if this is going to be pushing all-time highs or not. And from there, it should.
I don't see why it shouldn't. I don't see why. That's something that I don't care who you are. Like if you're bearish or bullish on a micro scale, right? Whether you think Bitcoin's going to 5,000 or you think it's going to stay within 7,000, I think. Ultimately, I think we're all on that same trajectory that, by the end of this year, by a certain period within that apex, we're going to be pushing out all-time highs. And so I do think that it's going to happen either. Again, timeframes wise, it can happen late this year, it can happen next year. But it's going to ultimately happen. What about you, Zen? Anything you want to add into it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like this rally.
Yeah.
Normally, Bitcoin should be leading, right? Like how many ever percent Bitcoin performs. Alts shouldn't be overperforming Bitcoin because it shouldn't, because if it's a actual bull run, the entry point of trading alts is normally Bitcoin, right? So normally, let's say when it first started, I wanted to buy, let's say, Atom, I have to go to an exchange like Coinbase or Kraken to obtain Bitcoin or Litecoin or Ethereum first, the majors, right? Then I can purchase alts. So I think when the actual bull run starts, we should see Bitcoin pump the hardest instead of the alts.
You know, that was you know, that you really bring up a really good point, because in the last bull cycle, that was actually like, I'd argue it was up there in terms of like one of the proponents why Bitcoin would always end up pumping first, because you had to go through Bitcoin, then you went through alts, and then you went back to Bitcoin, and then when you back to USD. But I think that's starting to shift. Like, come on, if you pull up the coin market cap, look at where USDT is sitting at right now. If you look at the coin market cap right now, it's sitting at roughly, it's at the, I think like the fifth of like the coin market cap. Like, it's in the billions of dollars. And like something that Ryan brought up was that, you know, there's going to be more avenues to buy crypto, of course, Bitcoin and whatnot. But a lot of those exchanges now offer the ability to go straight from USD to USDT, or like in Coinbase case, USDC.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And so I think that that's something that changed within this past like 2 years since I was involved. Back when I was involved, like USDT wasn't really like that big. Like most exchanges didn't even like support it until like late 2017 or so, I'd argue. Yeah, look at that. What is that? Can't really see it from here.
Well, it's sitting at
it's a 6.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so I do think that that's going to play a huge shift, like, or a huge part into the next run. That's why I still stick by that predicament. That, yeah, I do agree though. I still agree that we saw it in the last run, right? Even this run, you know, we saw how like altcoins were lagging kind of bad, like in comparison to Bitcoin. I mean, like when I set my positions into Bitcoin, like Bitcoin pumped 15%, and then it wasn't until like a day or two later that altcoins finally started to follow, starting to really propel. So yeah, to a degree, for the most part, like that still stands, but I just don't think it's going to be as hard as like in the past where we've seen it before, you know, where Bitcoin ends up
that's true.
Crazy and then all this.
Yeah, especially since Coinbase, they really started listing all these major coins. Since
that is true. Yeah. That's actually a really good question, or next segment to get into. What are you guys bullish on, in terms of like, I guess, projects, coins, or types? You know, like what's going to be the next big thing? Because in the last cycle, it was like the platforms. It was like the Ethereums, the Cardanos, the Neos. And the year before that, it was like the privacy coins, or the, I guess, Bitcoin alternatives, right? Like the Litecoins, the Dash, the Moneros. So like, what do you guys see as like the next?
I still think what is it, Zcash? So the privacy coins will definitely kind of play a role. Monero, obviously. Monero, I mean, definitely the exchange coins, like we spoken on the previous talks. So there's definitely the so BNB obviously is going to be around, because Binance is going to play a bigger role this upcoming years. I mean, they're still strong, probably leading the way right now. So definitely exchange coins. I see a bigger future with more trust in it, because you're kind of sporting something that's already existing day by day. Everyone has to kind of go through them, and definitely Tether. No, I'm just kidding.
Tether pumps 10x.
Right?
Imagine.
I know, right? XRP, I believe they're gonna get knocked out pretty soon.
I think so too,
dude. I don't
think so too.
People,
I could be wrong.
No, you can't be wrong on that, dude. Come on, they're ball hugging spot for years to come. I mean, no, I don't see it happening, dude. The people coming into the market, they're gonna realize what the heck is happening here.
Unless. I don't know, man, because you always get like any single time in the past. And again, this is, I guess, early crypto. Like, it isn't the same anymore. But it was always like, hey, have you heard of Ripple? It's under $1. It's like, oh, it's only a couple cents, and it's like,
Dude,
yeah,
like,
but it's like the third in the coin market cap, and
I
it's
was
kind of
there.
shit.
I traded that thing from 25 cents, dude. To
Dude, I
all
bought it at 18 cents, literally right before it went to $3, and I sold it at 30 cents.
right? So who didn't? Like I knew few people that put way more money in there, and then 18 to 25 cents they traded it out, and I wrote it up a little bit, and then but I sold it at $1. I was like, this is getting insane now. So
I will say though, I do believe that it will probably go back to like its all-time high, but I don't see it performing that much more from that point on. You know, like I don't see it going to like $30. I could be totally wrong. Like we're gonna look back and I'm like, wow, that was such a terrible prediction. It's like at like $50, but like no. But again, it's I guess total prediction. I guess I could be totally wrong. I probably won't even touch it, but just based on like the price action that I've seen, it's like it's such a huge lagger. Okay, so in the last bull cycle, right, which was like I'd argue 2019, a lot of people might or might not consider that a bull cycle. There was some momentum in there. We did see a lot of these altcoins, like I said before, average at around 250%. XRP only averaged at 50%. 50% from its bottom, from its like December lows. So to me, that just showed that one, there's way too much resistance, way too much seller price action. Two, probably this starting to become a less of an interest within XRP, and people are starting to, like you said, realize that it isn't as viable anymore. And three, I think there's just going to be better altcoins out there that are going to come and take that place. And to me, that coin, it's Link. I'd say it's Chainlink. But yeah, no. So I to me, I think like Chainlink, the way they've been, I don't even think they built it up. I just feel like the community built itself up. But the way it's been building up into like this army, right? Like the Chainlink army. It's like I haven't seen this much like, I don't know what's the word, like obsession in a coin since Ripple. In a lot of ways, I feel like it's the core Ripple fans transitioning over into Chainlink.
That
it probably is.
Yeah, and so that's why I do believe that. Like, I think that Chainlink will probably.
I first got in Chainlink around 64 cents. Got out at $1. Should have wrote it up even harder.
Damn.
We were talking. Do you guys remember? We were talking about this. Like, it was like February, I think, March last year. And I was like, hey guys, look, Chainlink, it's only at like what was it at?
Around a lot of the time it was sitting around 53 cents, 60.
Yeah, it was just floating there. And I was like, and I had dropped, I still have like the order where I had bought some, but then what happened was that it had pulled back, and so I kind of sold it.
Yeah.
And then I just never bothered looking at it again. And the next thing you know, it's like, oh, it's up 600%. I'm like, what? Like and I see it and it's like above $1 and it's like $2. It's like, oh my God. So kind of kicking myself in the head for that one. But I guess like hindsight bias, Yeah, you can't really catch them all. This isn't Pokemon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, going into February, I believe a lot of the coins that I'll be looking at is kind of like, I mean, everything kind of blew up. That's great. I mean, the market kind of has a shift. Everyone's trying to buy every single coin out there now, thinking everything is going to go up. And then most of it that's playing out right now. The charts, I mean,
one chain.
One chain.
One chain.
What were we saying?
So just going into it, like playing it safer, I think Ethereum is definitely going to have a play role. Ethereum hasn't blown up yet.
I think always. I don't. Yeah. We've always talked about the Ethereum killers. I mean, even like literally right after it came out, we wanted like the next Ethereum. I don't see it happening. At least not yet. I think EOS is better. I think in terms of technology.
There you go. What about NOS and NOS? I'm just kidding.
We don't talk about that.
What do you mean we don't talk about it?
No. That was such a
Mandela.
I wonder what the next like hype
Mandela.
If you look at the market cap for like
there's
look at the market cap for like
exchange
Chainlink though.
tokens.
Look at the market cap for Chainlink. It's like literally right above like Neo. Neo is at like $10 right now, $11 or whatever. Now, whatever it's at now. Neo topped at $200 in the last bull cycle. So if Chainlink catches up to just Neo's previous point market cap, it'll easily put it at above like $20, maybe like $30. And that's just catching up to that market cap. And if like I said before, like just based on the technology and it being one of the strongest coins out there, I think it's gonna far outperform that. Even that alone, I think it's gonna go up to like $50. So for me, I think like that next coin, that's what I'm saying. I do think it could be Chainlink.
But what do you think like the trends? So first there were like platforms, then there were exchanges, then there were stable coins. Do you think we'll have like traditional stock market companies like starting to have their own coins, like maybe Starbucks or Microsoft?
Well, okay, so let's take a look at the top performing coin, and then of course I'm gonna go back to Chainlink. But why was Chainlink the most top performing coin? It wasn't because of its technology. It was because it was generating revenue. It was because they were actually like involved in really developing. And so I think this time around, this next cycle, people probably won't be as dumb, at least the majority, I'd say. But and I think they're going to find or scout for that next coin that really has like revenue connections. It's really developing. It's really doing. Like they can say that they're going to do that, but they're not going. I think one of them is also like VeChain. I think VeChain is also be up there.
Oh, Ontology is sitting around like 27.
Yeah.
But there is also going to be a lot
like
of
Algorand. I think Algo could
again.
also be another one up there. What's up? Sorry.
There's also going to be like 10 times as many new people investing this time.
Right.
This new bull market compared to last time. So.
Well, at its peak, yeah.
Yeah. If you think of the mentality of brand new people who've never invested in anything, they just go for the hype.
Exactly. Well, that's what it's always been. I mean, even like this past year, that's what it was. It was a hype. It was like, what's hyped? What are people showing? I mean, look at Matic. I consider that a shit coin. And yet it also 10x. I'd speak. Like, like the Raven coins, the engines, like these are all like a bunch of shit coins, but they still pump because of the hype. So I don't think that's ever going to go away, but I do think that the hype is going to revolve around projects that are more solidified. People are going to be like, yeah, that's the one. I'm jumping in that.
Holy shit, Matic, dude. Is that it?
Yeah, that's Matic.
Oh.
40 million market cap, yep.
It only pumped. Yeah, no, it's not going anywhere.
I don't know, man. It's
gonna take time.
I mean, after that exit scam, that was scary.
Yeah,
I know I wouldn't. Like for me, like I probably would have been okay because if I would have sold, I probably would have sold it before it dumped because it was already starting to downtrend. But like for the rest of the people, or just the majority, like I think like that didn't see that coming. Like that's just scary, and it's scary because it can happen at any time.
In one day.
What?
It went down 200% in a day or something like that?
Well, yeah.
50% within.
It was 50%. Well, it had climbed 200%, dropped 50%, which is technically it had lost that whole 200% run up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's scary. That's a lot. That's half your money gone. Like that.
And that fast.
Yeah. So it's.
So what exchanges are you guys using? Sticking with Binance for now?
Good question. I've been scouting like the USD to, crypto exchanges. And actually I'm really interested in a Kraken, which is funny because I opened up a Kraken account like in 2017 and I never used it. Just recently I logged back in and it's still like the same. It's still there. It's like, oh, that works. But the reason I like Kraken though is because you can margin trade. It's US friendly, so you can actually buy and sell, transfer back to your bank account. It has actually quite a bit of coins, not too many, but it's got quite a bit of them. It's got a few. But the volume is ridiculously good, and the fees are lower than Coinbase, and I think that of Gemini as well.
Did you get that from your buddy Kevin Svensson?
No. Well, okay, not gonna lie. I saw him that he was promoting it, but he didn't tell me anything about it. I just kind of saw it again. I was like, okay, let me go check out Kraken. Because for the longest time, I kind of just opened the account and I just never used it. I just stuck with like the Gemini. But then after like this whole like the fees increasing and like this, just in that, it's just been crazy. And so going back to it now is just, it's really that much of a better exchange in comparison.
Is there something a little different? Like there's really high minimum, like $10,000 or something, or 100,000 or no?
Those days are over. I know what's their face. Bittrex, they tried doing that, but I mean, obviously during bear market, they need a solution. There's no way to do that. Yeah.
Right. During a bear market, I think that's what happened with Coinbase though. I think they raised their fees because of the bear market.
Survive.
They were trying to find a way to make money because it got so ugly. But I don't know. I still think that Coinbase will probably be the go-to, but I do think that we're starting to see like competitors in the space that are going to probably like outrank them and outperform.
Yo, I think the Cash App is so underrated.
To the crypto market, to the crypto, people, yes, but to the rest of the world, no.
You think,
I think that's the rest of the world. It's become like it's there. Like I think like these idiots, of course, they haven't like dropped any money into Bitcoin, but I think that the moment the Bitcoin market starts to explode, they're gonna be like, oh, well, I can buy it on Cash App, and then they'll just buy Bitcoin on Cash App.
Yeah,
so I think that it's gonna become like a big platform for that. So, yeah,
definitely.
But in terms of like, I guess like altcoins to,
I love it. Is this?
But in terms to like altcoins and I guess USD, like I still think Coinbase is that go to for now.
Yep.
Wow. I think King Wabi is the biggest fan of this Cash App.
Cash App. Where is he, by the way? I thought he joined.
I'm not sure, but so based on what he said, so Binance is not supporting Florida or where? Oh, Miami, right? Miami. So he cannot trade, right? On that was the last time.
Oh, you're talking about the Binance.us, maybe?
I'm not sure what it was. They have a restriction on Miami, I guess. Yeah.
There's a lot of regulations, man, on some states. Like I think like New York.
New York is always on the dot. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yep. Yep.
So I wouldn't doubt it. I don't. Zen, do you know anything about that? There's any like
the Binance.us?
Yeah, or is it US?
Binance.us now. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys can buy it in there.
No, I'm not using that. I normally use put my VPN on and I trade on the actual Binance.
Yeah.
That's the way to go, man.
That's how you do it, dude. VPN.
Yeah. Recently though, I did, which is strange because I remember how Binance was talking about removing like the US members. I hopped back into my old exchange and it was still operating. So I switched everything back to that exchange.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, like the reason I like it is because I can withdraw like 100 BTC in 24 hours. I was like,
you have the BIP account.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Like if you do the math, let's say for example, Bitcoin hits 100,000 times 100, that's $10 million.
Yeah,
oh my god!
Imagine.
So you're gonna pump Tether?
Oh yeah,
yeah. You'd have to go all into Tether.
Just
buy.
Market by Tether.
Tether.
Yeah. No, I feel like though by the next like top, there's going to be so much volume that even if you market buy, it's not even gonna be affected. It's just gonna be like a little blimp. Like, yeah. Crazy.
What do you guys think of BSV?
Of what?
The Bitcoin Satoshi's vision.
Satoshi's vision
scam.
Vision.
We always said it was a scam, but
I was talking to some Chinese friends, and they think, whatever his name is, the fake Satoshi.
Craig.
Craig, right?
Somehow, he got money from someone, probably from the fund, the trust fund, and he pumped BSV, and he's trying to exit. so he can hold Bitcoin again.
Yeah, so he could settle that lawsuit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, that wouldn't be. That's actually not bad.
I saw that he wrote a letter to the judge that he sent them the 1.1 million Bitcoin. He did that already.
What?
It's like a legal document. So somehow he exit scammed already.
Already?
That's what this document
But it's still
says.
pumping. So we're good. No.
I don't know.
Can you imagine the moment he exit scams and it actually starts going up for the ones, but he's not even like in it.
Oh.
That's funny. No, the thing is, like, I knew that it was going to pump pretty hard. But the problem was that since Binance removed it, I had no way of like buying it. I had no way of buying it. So, and I was too lazy to transfer to Huobi, so I just never got into it.
So Binance has the Bitcoin Cash.
Yeah, BCH.
Not the Satoshi's Vision, right?
No, but not BC, BSV.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, I got confused too. I was like, wait, is that the same thing? It's different
Yeah.
acronyms, but no, it turns out it's like different. There's just too many forks at this point, you know? Like that shouldn't be a thing to begin with, like the forks.
I see articles said
it did.
they did, right? So the New York court ordered Telegram to reveal its ICO bank records. Why is always New York in the news of crypto? Is like New York the court? I guess I don't know. I don't get into.
There's a lot of companies based in New York. Yeah.
Okay.
But the funny thing is, they have the bit license where you have to get this special license to open a Bitcoin exchange.
Oh, okay. So that's the legal side of it. Okay.
It costs like millions and millions of dollars.
How much?
Millions and millions of dollars.
I said 20 million, but I was joking. But yeah, I don't doubt it, honestly.
So
yeah, like New York's so expensive in general. Like just to get a water bottle costs you $5.
Ryan, is that true?
Yeah, something like that.
I literally was so thirsty. I was like, I need some water. And then I look at it's like $5 a bottle. I'm like, this is a scam. Right. Like I know altcoins that are worth less than this. Like, what are you doing?
Ripple.
Anyways, let's jump to like the next subject. What do you guys? There's something I want to talk about. It's like pretty big. We're talking a little bit about the altcoins and the price action and the Craig Wrights and the BSV.
Craig Wrights. Will he ever get that? What is encryption he's trying to get of to unlock the 1 million Bitcoins?
Well, what are you talking about? Is there a wallet out there?
There's a wallet out there that hasn't been touched. So yeah, so he's basically trying to touch it and lawsuit saying that is your money, I give it to you, and then I'm free. And obviously, I don't think he's ever going to get hold of that encryptions. But
you need like a super quantum computer, and even then, it'd take you like a couple of thousand years to like crack that.
Crack it.
Like, there's no way.
I honestly, what do you guys think? Like, should anyone be like, okay, so if he wants to get hold of that wallet, right? Do you think that's gonna be really a thing? Like, I would be worried. Fuck yeah, I will be worried what he's gonna do with that, right? So now that nobody has control over it, that can I feel a little more relaxed on the subject of it's not in the wrong hands of it. I don't care who has it.
Even if you were to get a hold of it, that's all that's going to do is just release more Bitcoin to the market. You know, sure, maybe like for like a small period of time, there's going to be a lot of dumpage. Yeah, that's gonna kind of suck, but I don't think it's in the long term. I don't think it's actually gonna worry about.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's been worse stuff that's kind of come out we've still made it. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff where I was like, damn, this could be it for crypto. Like, this is over. But then it's like, oh no, that was such a small thing. I should do a video about that. Top 10 like worst things that ever happened in crypto, or you know, something like something so
top
shady.
FUD articles.
No, like not articles, like top worst moments to happen in crypto. Number 10.
ICOs getting wiped out. this year.
No, yeah, you'd have to put like the what is it? Like the 2013, like the what is it? The exchange?
Oh, you got kind of shut
Or
down.
14.
What do you got their bitcoins?
Yeah, Mount Gox.
You should do a segment of
I met
China.
And then you have like ban China, and then you
China
have like
bans,
China ban?
China unbans, China bans, China
And like-
unbans, China bans
Yeah.
again.
you can also
I just do that for like 5 minutes.
yeah, for, like the entire. Yeah,
Oh, Libra. What happened to Libra, you guys?
Libra. Oh, yeah,
I think we're fat.
I think
they were all
everyone-
kind of like it was
Hey.
mixed. Everybody was like, yeah, Libra, but then others were like, nah, I'm good with that. Nah, I guess we'll never know.
Well, Libra did break us out of the bear market.
I didn't know.
No.
No,
Don't give
Come
me
on,
credit.
guys.
No.
It did. Come on, it did.
no,
Yes.
no,
It did.
No.
no.
Saw 14.
Wrong.
We got
Wrong.
14K.
No, stop.
Congress sat down
Don't. What?
for crypto.
No.
I remember. Come on, you guys. That's
Libra did not break us out of the bear market, or it
I mean, we were
Bitcoin
already due.
Bitcoin had simply reached its bottom, $3,100.
Yes,
That was its bottom.
that's true.
I talked about this with the log scale. Once we deviated 50% from its trend line,
You were missing
it was
Libra.
the bottom, and it was not Libra. No,
That's
I don't.
hot.
That's something that I will never, ever, ever believe in. Is this whole like, oh, Bitcoin pumps? What's in the news? China, Libra, Tony Stark, the Avengers are buying. They have a crypto coin out there. Like, no, like there's nothing that's ever going to move markets to that degree. I don't really.
It was Libra.
Whoa.
Okay. Well, that's yeah. Well, I can do that too.
Yeah.
Libra.
Take me to your
No, guys. It was Libra.
Okay, that's what I want to talk about. Everybody, I know what I want to talk about. I know what I want to talk about. This is huge.
He's gonna forget.
No, I'm not gonna. All right, come on. You
Go.
listening?
Yes.
Good. All right. So I don't know if you guys heard about this. Akon, the artist, the singer,
Oh,
the
yeah.
past couple of years, he's been involved in developing like something in Africa. Like he's like water system, like just basically making it into a civilized society. Recently, he got the rights to build his city, Akon. I forgot what it's called, like a Kion or something like that. Like it was like this like utopian society. But with that, he's going to introduce a cryptocurrency. You should pull it up. Pull up like a report. It's a real thing. And like people are actually kind of like serious about this. They're like, oh, how can I invest? Like, how can I do this? Blah blah. It's like, and it's basically like, or like a version of Wakanda, basically. From what looks of it, it's a thing. I mean, I know it sounds like kind of funny, but wouldn't it be cool to build like an entire utopian society on a cryptocurrency? Like that's how you buy things, that's how you sell things. Like that's the vision. That's the Yoshi vision.
That's the Akon vision.
Yeah. No. What if Akon is Satoshi Nakamoto?
Oh, God.
Crap.
That's all I heard. Holy God.
We're done for.
All right, that's it. That's where we're in the pocket now.
We're going to end it. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. Did you pull it up?
No, I can't find it. Akon.
Oh man. All right. Well, it was on Twitter. It was like trending on Twitter. I don't know if I can find it or not. Let me. For you, yes. Let me just look it up. Akon City.
Oh,
I already
Akon.
found it.
Okay, cool.
100% crypto-based city will be built in 10 years.
Here, let me share my screen.
Akon.io.
Buy the domain, have them buy
ℒ𝕠𝕠. ℒ𝕠𝕠.io.
Yeah, ℒ𝕠𝕠, yeah. Okay. Can you share my screen? Okay, yeah. So let me share my full screen on the Twitter here. Let me zoom in a little bit. But yeah, so we have Akon City. What is it? It's located in, I can't pronounce that, somewhere in West Africa. And it will use a digital currency called ℒ𝕠𝕠. Can you believe that?
Go to ℒ𝕠𝕠.io.
Can we do that?
Yeah. ℒ𝕠𝕠.io. He's got a roadmap.
No way. Oh,
Yeah.
here it is.
Oh,
look at that. So beautiful.
look at that, dude.
Oh. Oh my gosh. What?
Go to roadmap.
Africa, one coin. The crypto ecosystem to empower Africa. It is actually kind of cool. Joined us today. All right. Let me see what okay, so we can apply. It's a little Google Docs. I can send my email and stuff.
And to do what?
I don't know. Turning music into energy, into currency, into opportunity.
That's a failed project.
Exclusive. I mean, okay, it's definitely not no Ethereum or Chainlink or EOS
Coin that launched
or Bitcoin.
What was it?
Their advisors.
ℒ𝕠𝕠.
They're what?
Advisors. Remember we would do that for ICOs?
Apply for a team, man. Come on. All right, that's a beer. What is this? An ICO review?
Yeah.
Look at this man's beard, bro.
Right. That's many years. Remember we need King Wabi to do a research on this.
No, he's gonna be like, he's just gonna give it one look and like, nope, not even gonna bother.
He has seen so many ICOs.
Or he'll give like a rant, like, yeah, no, this is like the worst project I've ever. Okay, one thing I will say though, it's definitely not like a project we'd buy maybe, but it is an ambitious one, and at least to a degree, it is going to bring attention to it. If that makes sense. So you're going to have people that are obviously fans of Akon, or perhaps, from Africa, or, to a degree, they're going to start looking at this and saying, hey, look, cryptocurrencies, and people might not invest directly into that project, but they'll start looking at other things. So it becomes the first step into this, expansion of crypto.
No, that's true. I mean, good for him.
There's a good positive to it.
Yeah, but hopefully there's no ICO for this. That's just
no, I don't think there will be. I think it's just going to be a currency, like you just invest into it and then like it grows. I mean, I could be wrong, but
I just feel like there's going to be so much in lineup when it comes to ICOs or new projects lining up. They all know this is kind of be the last 2 years of a bull run now, and we're kind of towards that little push.
Whoa, hold on, what did you say?
So everyone's going to be pretty much taking advantage of this last push towards the 100K, or this we're definitely out of the bear market. This is a done deal. So the having right after what happens is we got 2 years to go and things are going to pop and no one's going to care who does what until they're losing money. That's when and
isn't that always? That's how it is.
How it works. And then all these ICOs are in trouble.
You mean to tell me that Avenger coins isn't really the real deal? Like they're not really developing. What's that one thing from like Tony Stark? The
just build it.
Generator.
Just build it. And
yeah.
I mean, hopefully there's no crowdfunding or private. Private is cool, but
the thing is, look, and I'm not defending Akon. I'm not saying that he's gonna deliver whatever he's gonna do with that coin. Like, but he has had billions in funding, and he has developed, and he's done a lot. For like,
you know how much Libra has? Come on, 1 billion.
And they probably have more now at this point.
Oh, they probably have way more now because they'll definitely play a role. I mean, they can launch anything on their own apps. They don't have to be a tokenized type.
Watch it be listed on Binance.
Yeah, I know, right? They should be. I mean,
no.
no. we peg to $1. It doesn't really matter. So Libra.
Yeah, so that was kind of what I want to talk about. Ooh, look, BNB is pushing. It's at $17 now. Yay, I'm rich.
You entered at 1630, right? It's 1630.
I don't even know. I just entered at the wedge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So far, all my altcoins, I'm in ADA right now and VeChain as well. I just didn't post those because they were a little bit more risky.
Yeah.
BNB is the best, and it's actually performing the best right now too. So, okay.
ADA usually does very well, at least the last 2 bull runs, right?
Oh, in the bull runs, yeah. But like in the last couple runs now, it's kind of been lagging quite a bit actually. In fact, I was actually gonna do a post where it was like, "Is ADA dead?" Because it wasn't moving like in comparison to the others. But I think it's just lagging, so eventually it'll probably move.
I think Cardano's done. It will never pump again.
Whoa.
Yep.
Sorry. Why do you say that?
It's just done. It's like another Ripple or XRP.
You know, I will say it was pretty hyped, and it was introduced late into the market. Like, when did it come out? Like November, I think.
It was very late, and it pushed to $1.
Hard. It did push hard, but
it did.
It was late though, and so there wasn't like
exactly what
development or more incentive, I guess, to come legit.
I think that's exactly what people or newer cryptocurrency traders or the claiming to be in the market or going to be in the market should be watching out for those newer projects that are promising, from learning their mistakes or learning from other projects how to hype it up. Marketing is getting really down to the narrow point where they know exactly how to get your attention and how to sell the project, how to sell it out, and people, so they'll enter the market late and then they'll make the bucks and they'll cover the legal side and they get the heck out of the market, and then you're done stuck with the market where it can do whatever on you, and then your portfolio could really take a hit from there instead of making money. I mean, that's what everyone wants to make. Like other person's loss is somebody else's gain. It's just, that's how the market works.
I mean, that's just any market, you know.
Exactly. And then
winners going to be losers. It's just a transfer of somebody's wealth to another.
Exactly. And then so the demand obviously is going to be hyped up going into this halving, and then so yeah,
I think we should get back in the groove and do this some more.
Yeah, no, we definitely should. And like Kamal mentioned, let's stop aiming for perfection, just start doing stuff.
Do it.
Yeah. All right.
So
I guess we'll end it here, guys. And
how do you pronounce that name?
Zenwei.
It's Zhengwei.
Zhengwei. Oh wow, I've been pronouncing it wrong. I'm over here like proud of myself. I'm like, I got it. See, like I'm. All right, Zhengwei. Is it Zhengwei?
It's Zhengwei. It's like it's like a G, but it's ZH. It's weird.
Okay.
G.
How long you been in the market, by the way?
Yeah, that's how much curious about that.
Yeah, I entered in mid 2016.
Okay.
Oh wow, so yeah, pretty good experience.
What are your biggest takeaways from that last bull run too?
Take profit. I didn't take any profit. I mean, I took very little profit on the way up. Like I held mostly Litecoin and Bitcoin, but I did not sell anything. Like most of them.
What would you? Okay. Actually, that's a great question. What would you say propelled you to that direction? Like, why didn't you sell?
I don't know, man. I was expecting it to go higher, and when it dropped, I already lost like half of the profit. So I was like, might as well just like stay in it for a little bit more and might bounce back. Then 2018, I started investing in a lot of ICOs.
Oh, biggest. I mean, some did hit it up, but yeah.
Well, majority were failing by that point.
Yeah.
Most of them ICOs. So the way they distribute their funds is normally they would give you like 10% of the
total supply,
the token that you invested. Then they would unlock the rest of the tokens in a few months. But by the time everything is unlocked, the token price has already dropped a lot. So
a bit. So you're
Yeah.
technically buying at a premium, not even like at the like people that buying it out on the exchange are buying it cheaper than you did.
It's still cheaper than buying directly on the exchange when they get listed. But by the time all your tokens get unlocked, it's pretty much you don't make any money. You make very little money.
Oh, I see what you mean.
And I was able to get in private sales instead of ICOs. So if you got in ICOs, then you're probably losing money.
Crazy. Did we get into ICOs or did we get into private sales?
Nas.
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 They did not do public sale. That was pretty much considered as a private sale.
Yeah, but that was BS because
the exchange
they
offering
literally released it at the same price that we bought it in for.
Exactly, and
that was so bad on their part. And then the thing is, I should have known when like they still had a lot left over, like during the pre-sale.
Exactly, the tokenized sale did not meet its goal. That's just a red flag right there.
They should have burned them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh well.
They should
anyway,
refund.
It's a long. But
yeah.
So
I believe the exchange offering did a lot better in 2018, coming out of that big boom of ICOs and all that craze. That just kind of created a little trust, like it's going to be released full on. Private sales, I think, were the biggest lost coming out of it, like last year's and all the stuff. Private sales, thinking like you're getting the cheapest prices, but what comes with it is the terms are changed going later on after the sales are included. But the terms change that, oh wait, we're not going to unlock these tokenized for a later period, just to not prevent this dump. They will just call it the same thing. And I'm like, dude. So there was a few ICOs I did, like it was just called that. That was the biggest kind of lesson. Like crypto has no terms and conditions where a project can change them on a dime. You cannot do anything about it. They don't have a reputation built around the company to kind of they have to worry about that. It's just more of they can do whatever they want because there's a newer project that hasn't been on the market. You're doing a private sale, they have an upper hand on you just going into it. As soon as they got your money, it's done deals. There's no conditions behind it.
I think the whole idea of Ethereum's smart contract, one of the biggest use case was fundraising. So when your fundraising goal is not met, the smart contract should automatically say, okay, the goal is not met. I'm going to refund everything to the investors.
Right.
But in reality, not a lot of people are using that. You're sending your money directly instead of to a smart contract. You're sending it to
so you're telling me that most
address.
people weren't even using the smart contract now?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, we would. Well, I mean, the ones we did, like if you remember, like Bread ICO.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, no, we ran through a smart contract on that. That was directly.
That's good.
But I don't think, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think Nas was a smart contract.
No.
That's crazy.
They're still on track. I mean, if anyone's still holding, but
yeah, dude, I literally like dumped that.
That's the one project that is going to make it happen. Going into, it is still active, and then they're coming online. So now you can stake their tokenized. It's a really cool.
They're at. Not even a cent.
Price action, yeah, obviously. So soon enough, I think they have a token swap coming up, which will kind of take off on them. And going into this year, there should be a lot of improvements before the second quarter.
I mean, again, I'll be watching if it gets to that point, and
it will definitely be something to keep an eye out. Their app is really up now.
Good talk.
Good.
All right, I know that Brian has to get out of here, so we'll probably just end it here. But yeah, we should definitely do this next time. So we'll do this next Tuesday, right?
Whenever, guys.
Let's do it.
I think we should do next Tuesday. Tuesdays work. I don't know. We already had that going for us, and I think it's
yeah.
We'll do that. So.
Cyclical Jam is just a crypto talk. Whatever you want to talk about, just go for it.
Right.
2020, dude. Happy New Year, guys.
Yeah. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah.